You know, if you go back to World War II and think about men and women in the United States and the world, you have women working because it's part of the war effort. And then from 1945 to 1965, you actually go backwards in many ways in industrialized countries. Women go back to the home because men need the jobs. And then you get what I grew up calling women's liberation, and this awakening and this enormous sense, wait a minute, we need financial independence, we need the same rights as men. Then in the West, what's happened is that women have become breadwinners. Indeed, the majority of American families, you must have two incomes. This is not nice to have, this is need to have. Women must work. So two generations of women were socialized, including me, to say, of course I can be just like a man. I can do it all. I can absolutely be the lawyer or the engineer or whatever, and I'll just somehow, make my family work on the side. So the big bar, or a big bar, in addition to continuing gender discrimination, where we just don't think women are as good as men, is that we haven't addressed this elephant in the middle of the room, which is caregiving. We're still reinforcing that idea that a man is a breadwinner. And it's up to us to give men the space to say, hey, actually, I want a wider range of things in my life. I don't want to be locked into always having to be the breadwinner. And then we have to value them. If I look out 30 years, I see enormous progress, but I definitely see a mixed picture. But I think at the leading edge, you will see men who have broken out of gender roles as much as women have. So if I really let my imagination run, this is what I can imagine. A world in which boys and girls grow up being cared for by their fathers and their mothers and their grandfathers and their grandmothers and their uncles and their aunts, a wide group of people of both genders. And men and women will see a much longer time horizon where there is equal time to develop that side of themselves that is that individual, often competitive side that says, I want to achieve these goals in my work, but also says, as a human being, part of what makes life worth living is having time to invest in those I love. And we will have the flexibility and the workforce and the social structures and the family structures to make that possible for everyone, for low-income families, middle-income families, and high-end professionals.